Today's reading is Choso from the Sexypedia Wiki. Spoilers ahead! This article contains major spoilers about this sexy person and or the source material. Please proceed with caution. Content warning. This page covers sensitive subject matter. Please proceed with caution or refrain from reading this entry altogether if you're disturbed by the following topics: death, murder, and sexual assault. Choso is a supporting character of the manga and anime series Jujutsu Kaisen. Initially, Choso was only a fan favorite of readers of the manga, as he was a manga-only character, excluding his brief appearance at the end of Season 1, but upon Season 2 where he received increased focus, this gave him mainstream popularity as well as an increased amount of simps. He became especially popular on TikTok as an example. His class is Keter, his aliases include Death Painting 1, Death Painting Womb, Choso, and Big Brother by Kechizu and Yuji, and his source is Jujutsu Kaisen. Basic information. Choso is the eldest death painting created with Kenjaku's experiments, alongside Ezo and Kechizu. While deciding to ally with Kenjaku and the disaster curses to ensure the painting's safety, Choso quickly changes sides upon learning about Kenjaku's nature, and Yuji Itadori is his younger half-brother. More information on Choso can be found on the Jujutsu Kaisen wiki. Archetypes. Angst. Aside from his tragic backstory of his mother being a victim of Kenjaku to experiment and birth him and his brothers be the death painting wombs, as well as the death of his brothers whom Choso cares for deeply, he also becomes filled with guilt over killing people during the Shibuya incident. He feels responsible for his brothers' deaths and thinks he took the easy way out by living as a curse. After realizing Yuji is his brother and sees Yuji suffering for others, Choso doubts he can be around Yuji because of his past actions. He also doesn't take Yuki's death at the hands of Kenjaku too well either, especially with it being implied that they were blooming a romance. And to really hammer it home, he dies saving Yuji in the final battle against Sukuna, not before thanking him for being his little brother. Distinctive voice. His voice is nearly as deep and menacing as Sukuna's, but doesn't make any less people attracted to it. Dominating. Choso is a powerful cursed user and uses his abilities to protect those he cares about, especially after he starts seeing Yuji as a brother. Grime. The nature of Choso's powers and his involvement in battles often leads him in states of combat weariness, especially in his fight against Kenjaku. He was also described to be muddy by Yuki. Knife murder. Choso's initial willingness to kill for the sake of avenging his brothers hadn't fit this trope in the traditional sense before he switched sides. Mysterious. From his ties to Kenjaku to somehow being Yuji's brother, he was introduced dripping in mystery. Non-human, as he's actually a half-human, half-cursed spirit. Obsessive. Initially driven by an obsession to avenge his siblings, Choso's fixation evolves into a protective and brotherly love towards Yuji. Pale twink. He has very pale skin and a slender build, although the anime went out of its way to give him more muscle than he did in the manga. Parental issues. He, along with his brothers, were experimented on and manipulated by Kenjaku, who was technically his creator/father, and upon realizing this and what he did to his mother, Choso seeks vengeance against him. Power. Choso's status as a special grade cursed womb, and his mastery over blood manipulation techniques, sets him apart from the rest of the cast. Power of love. The realization that Yuji is his brother is what begins his redemption. Redeemed villain. Driven by revelations about his past and a deepening sense of familial bond with Yuji, Choso would ally with him and the other sorcerers and overall become a nicer person who wants to atone for his past actions. Fan and tropes. Theme song. Is There Someone Else by The Weeknd has been cemented as Choso's theme, and is the source of many edits.